Hello. Welcome. Can you hear me, Ken? All right. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. I have no earthly idea what happened there or why it just decided to crash. But thank you all for hanging out with us and for joining us and sticking with us. I appreciate you. We were talking about different software. All right, here we go. We're looking at transitions, and I was just about to search for a purchase that I had made for a place that I like to get transitions from that I've been finding good luck with. Purchase. What was it called? It was called Tarot. Yes. This was it. Oh, no, that was a specific one from. I have not been using Etsy for this. Etsy has some good ones as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're back. There we go.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
back.
Yeah, me too. Don't know what happened there. Very strange. But literally just for no reason.
Yeah,
I was going to show you.
where you got yours.
Yeah. Purchase stream transitions. There are some decent ones at
Nerd or Die.
yeah, Nerd or Die and
Yeah,
owned.tv with a 3 for the E.
yeah.
But
I've been to both of those.
Motion Array has some good ones as well.
Oh, okay,
And
I haven't been to that one.
yeah, so it's a motionarray.com. Again, are they ones you're going to want to use all the time? No, but there are certain ones which are pretty good.
Yeah, I have a glitch one like that was up there, and I think I got that from.
Like this fire, Ken, is long enough that it's probably this fire is long enough that it's probably good for you. This fire
Yeah,
collision reveal.
motion array.
And they have like a top 10 one, which is kind of nice. I like the sci-fi door transition one. So there's some good ones on here as well, but this is not the site I was thinking of. Actually, let me find it. There are
Convector, great sellers on Fiverr.
they also there are places on Fiverr that will do stream transitions for you as well. But again, most of these you can also make them yourself. But if you're looking for some pre-made ones, you can get them off Fiverr also.
Just say it takes practice with Photoshop and Express and everything and that stuff to make the transition.
This is actually I do have one that I used from this one, visualsbyimpulse.com.
Mm-hmm.
You make it yourself, like you pick one and then you customize it. You can put your logo and stuff in it if you want to. So that is one that I have used. In fact, that is this transition. Let me find it. That is this transition I got from Visuals by Impulse. So I'm going to trigger it right now. Yeah, so that one I got from Visuals.
Well, that's where that one came from.
Yeah, because I really like the quality of those. I had to find one that was going to be long enough, and that one is. But yeah, so that's 1,350 milliseconds. So I would say not much shorter than that, or faster than that, I should say. And remember, the longer the milliseconds, the longer the transition. So if I have one here, it's a demo stinger that's 800 milliseconds. I'm going to trigger it right now. That one is actually fast enough, but your mileage may vary. So I would go absolutely no shorter than 800 milliseconds. And let me go back to this one. All right, perfect. I'm trying to find where I... Yeah, that's okay. That's not great. Let's look at this Odin one. Oh, that's kind of a cool transition. Rips to a lightning-filled sky and then to whatever the next stream is. That's not bad. So this is
Steam spell.
streamspell.com.
Stream spell.
Oh, let's look at this Haven one. Let's see. Transition. Yeah, that's okay. Hey, they've got an Oni Realm one for you, Ken. Actually, this looks pretty badass for a overlay if you're looking for something in this vein. I'm trying to find the transition, though. Is there a transition? Let me look here.
They have a Ronin stream transition where it throws ninja stars.
Oh, that's cool. This Oni Realm one, I'm still waiting to see the transition, if they have one. Oh, nice! It actually transitions to the Oni saying something and laughing in a deep voice. That's not bad. That's not bad. This is not the one that I had looked at before, but this does look pretty good.
They had another one called pt2 stream package. And they have a Ronin.
Yep, I see it. They have a Demon Slayer one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pixel Lo-Fi. Oh, nice. Yeah, so this looks like a pretty good one for finding pre-made stuff. I'm still looking for this store that I used. Was not that. Was it Stream Scheme? I don't think it was. I think this is one I just looked at. Yeah, no. This is not it. I'll have to find it at another point. But yes, so we've given a couple of good options today for that type of stuff. I would say don't settle. That's the best thing I would say. Don't settle.
Yeah, because I'm always trying to change up my stuff.
Find something you really like to use before you buy anything, because there's plenty of sites out there to find it. Just don't settle. Get things how you want, and then you'll be happy while you're streaming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still sad that you took out your Japanese kind of inspired music and put in the rap stuff in your beginning stuff. But that's just me. I like the other one. That's all.
Well, I'll probably going back to it. It's just I've just been doing other stuff with the designing, and I'm coming up with Fiverr gigs that I've
Tickets,
been doing.
please. Said.
So
Welcome back.
still trying to get stuff done.
Oh, thank you for the host. I appreciate that. It was a fun.
Yeah.
It was a fun weekend. Tickets, please. Just very busy yesterday. We ended up going to like a live action role play thing that I wasn't expecting it to be that, and kind of a mystery that you had to unravel. We spent like 5.5 hours there, and then we went to all you can eat sushi, and ate all you can eat sushi for like a couple hours, and then came back for an hour, and then went to a medieval times kind of thing. That was really good. So yeah,
You know,
just a long day.
let's. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Let's talk about that. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. This is a subscription service that I've had since I first started streaming in June of 2021 when I started streaming.
Yeah.
I have never had, you know how YouTube is kind of finicky with music.
Yep.
I have never had anything pop up on YouTube or any place else when I use this music. This is where I get my Japanese music from.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like Envato, but I've never had like no problems with the music. It's not DMCA, but when you do, you can make, oh my God, you can make playlists. You could see all your downloads.
Mm-hmm.
When you download your music, you can also download the license to it.
Yeah.
I can't remember the pricing because I've had it since
Pricing.
it'll be going on next year. It'll be 2 years.
Looks like $10 a month.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now I only have the social creator, so I don't have the sound effects. You can upgrade and get sound effects. I think when I signed up, they gave away like a $500 package, but I never grabbed it because I didn't have Photoshop, After Effects, stuff like that.
So I do a little bit more than the average person.
Yeah.
I very much cannot recommend enough Envato Elements. It gets all the things that the other website had, plus a whole lot more, because it gives you sign in, please. Thank you. It gets you stock video footage that you can use in your videos, like if you're going to do an opening video or closing video, or even a fake ad or something like that, or an ad. If you're actually going to do an ad, like I should actually put together something for Z League. It can get you stock footage from that stuff. You have motion graphics as well. So if you're looking for like 3D rendered stuff, like a ship flying through space towards Earth, or
See, now I use its sister company. I use Placeit.net because Envato owns them.
right. But with Envato Elements, you get all that stuff included pretty much, anyways.
Yeah.
Plus, it has the video templates, which I use this all the time for show openings or for effects, things like that. So this is a super useful tool. And you can sort by popular and new, or you can search. So if you know that you're doing some kind of, what you wanted to do a podcast, right? What was an RPG podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I could come in under video templates and say RPG. I don't know if it's going to come back with anything. Not so much.
Might come back with a castle or something like that.
Role playing.
Because Placeit has that where I type in RPG, their sister company.
Yeah.
And they have one that has like a castle, and then I could put my logo in the transition that plays in like the 3-screen intro.
Yeah, so like the stuff that Fiverr people will make for you, you can actually get the template files and do it yourself here. So this is one of the reasons that I like this service. But also it's got music. Now the thing about this is that most of this music will get flagged by YouTube, but you download the license for it, and you upload the license on YouTube and contact the group that flags it and say, hey, can I please be whitelisted? And then you don't have to deal with that anymore.
Yeah.
But it also has sound effects, graphics templates. So for example, if you're wanting to do a flyer for your subathon or something like that, like this, you could actually come in, download this, tailor it to your subathon, and off you go. Which I might actually use this one. It's pretty cool. And then if you need graphics for stuff, again, this is a perfect way to. So, like, if I need a Halloween graphic for a Halloween charity stream, I have all this stuff that I can choose from and download and use for free.
Yep.
Well, not free, but included in my cost.
I don't know. I tried Envato and I didn't like it. But then it's like I said, it's kind of funny. I use their sister company. I use Placeit.
Right.
Because Placeit gives me mock-ups
Yep.
and everything for social media without the music. So they have everything else.
Yep, that's all here as well. You can do social media, search for social media templates, and off you go. This has UX and UI kits as well, full websites, logos that you can just download and customize and tailor.
Yep.
So all that type of stuff, and it also has fonts and photos and a bunch of other stuff as well. So the only, if you're building a full CMS template or website template, all that stuff is here and available for you. If you're looking for 3D models, you can get that stuff. This is $33 a month, which is a lot for a lot of folks. For
I think
businesses, it's not much.
Is under that.
Yeah. So, but this comes with all those different things. So I find it incredibly useful. I use it all the time for everything.
Yeah.
And I don't make any money. We're not an affiliate or anything like that. I just literally, I use it. I'm on here almost every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Tickets, please. Do you have any questions today? Anything you would like to know about? I got you with the hydrate page. Thank you very much.
Oh, nothing techie.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the full season of Heels the other day.
Oh, yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah. I've liked what I've seen of it. I think we're 3 or 4 episodes in.
Oh. Now, I do know they are making a season 2.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
Did you get a chance to watch the first episode of She-Hulk?
Tickets, please. Said.
Yes.
Yeah, how do you get
What did the missus
people
think
to
about
get on your Discord?
How do you get people to get on your Discord? That's a great question. And I'm going to throw Discord over here. Basically, I listen to my people. And as you get people in your community that are talking and interacting, you got to put up what they want. So we're a weird group. Again, there's like 11 of us, and we're all doing something different. So I've got voice channels for the things that happen the most on our stream. So Gamers Ledge Voice is generally for what's going on right now, but then we've got one for Tarky Tuesdays. We've got one for Emancipation of Dragons. We've got one for Magic the Gathering. And then we've got one for when we're recording post-produced pieces as well. And there's one for New World, which I'd never played, but other people on the server did. K-pop and J-pop, not my thing. However, well, J-pop is, but K-pop's not. But Nautico loves sharing that stuff all the time. And people like Drew go in and talk to her about it and watch the videos and say, oh, I love this, I love that. So I made a channel just for K-pop and J-pop. We have another group that doesn't even air here, where they are running a role-playing game on the server. So really, it's just about listening to the community and figuring out what it is they want. I was told I wanted a promote yourself thing by Ken and then a couple other people. So they all said, I said, okay, I'll build a thing where people can throw up whatever it is they want. And now we have all kinds of different stuff here. The streaming announcements one is I try and include like friends of the show, like Paige. and you and other people, so that it automatically announces when they go live. That's just the thing that I
But
do.
that's a purchase bot, right?
No, that's free.
Well, the stream cord.
Yeah, StreamCord is free for up to 25 announcements. So I can do 25 channels.
I think you showed that. I think that's what I have in my streaming stuff.
Yep.
I was looking at that today. I was like, "What is stream cord? Why do I have that?"
Streamer tech support, that one's just one that I want people to have. But memes was another one where I said this would be nice, and then people start posting it. So it's just kind of listening. And same with the food one. I don't think I have a food. Oh, yeah, I do. Food, show us what you ate one. That was because people said, I want to see, I'd say, oh, we went here and we took pictures, and they said, I want to see it. So again, I just reacted to what they said they wanted. And if you don't have anybody participating in your Discord, that's okay too.
Yeah.
But do ask them.
I have a Discord and nobody participates.
Yeah, do ask the folks that are active, what do you want? I want to build the community you want. What is it you want to see? This has literally been feedback from people of what I wanted. What they wanted, what they wanted. They said, this is what I want. And so we built it.
And we are all adults, but I've been in and out of many Discords that has a not safe for work section.
Yeah.
I find
Yeah, which we won't do because, we're family friendly. But but that being said, if enough people did it, then I would probably put up a thing that says, agree and say you're over 18 and then you can go in or something. I don't know. I probably will not, but just that's how I've grown mine into what we've got here is just stuff that I have heard from people that they are enthusiastic about, and I try and build in. Because we're kind of a weird community anyways, in that we are a geekery and gaming community that covers practically everything. I'm actually surprised I don't have a TV and movies one in here.
Yeah.
I should probably create
God. What have you watched on Disney? What have you played lately?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we cover.
TYS Star Wars.
Because I just added
"Have a
a
awesome
graphic
stream."
design section, merch section, and a couple other sections.
Ty, thank you very much.
Hello there.
Welcome in, friend.
I know, you could do movie nights on Discord,
Yeah, you can.
like watch parties, like Amazon Prime used to have.
Yep. So that's what I'd say is, talk to the people that are active in your community, find out what it is they want, and then go from there.
Mm-hmm. That's probably what I'll start doing.
And then the other thing I'll say is respond to people, which I did a bad job of here because I was gone for a few days. But it's also difficult because iJordy is on the other side of the world and is a day and a half ahead of us. But that's okay. Okay, so that's... Yeah. Okay, so that's done. Good. I haven't even touched the mailbag this week. Let's see what we got. Let me put my giant head back on screen here. Until I get something that I need to show on the screen. Bonk. There we go. Let's see.
"Tickets please," said.
Thanks. I'll keep it in mind when I get some active viewers.
And tickets, please. I know this is something that you've been working on, and I don't want to say struggling with, but I know that it's frustrating. one of the things that I would do is when you get talky folks, say, hey, thanks for stopping by. This is what we do. What are you interested in? What would you like to see? Et cetera, et cetera. Sometimes they talk for 2 seconds and then leave. That's a normal thing. Or they lurk. That is also a normal thing. And I know that can be super frustrating. But at the same time, that's why I have Ken here. And I appreciate Ken when he comes and hangs out, because that way it keeps me from talking to myself.
Oh, dude, I missed you yesterday. Like, I said it like 2 or 3 times in there. Because, well, with everything that's been going on with me, because we've had those talks, you, me, and Lexi.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been so out of practice from having multi-day streams where I sat here. I turned my hour stream into 55 minutes. You know why? I was like, look, I've been so out of practice. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I have no idea what to talk about because my buddy is gone. He's ditching me for somebody else. I usually have Mark here to talk with. I skipped all the commercials. And I was like, I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to talk about. I was like, I don't. So I don't want to just sit here and not have anything to talk about during commercials. Because every time Excalibur goes, we'll be back in picture, that's when we start jamming about stuff. And I was just like,
well,
how dare he
leave
me?
I will reiterate the same piece of advice that I always give for that. And that's to have a bullet point of things you want to talk about.
Oh, I know. I need to start doing that.
I've got mine of the whole time thing and the fusion thing. Those were on my bullet points today to talk about, as well as what happened yesterday.
I know. I need to start doing that, especially when I do that, because I might start doing multiple days of wrestling.
Yay!
And I'll have to have like commercial break, like talking points. But yeah, I was like, dang you, Bart! Don't you ever leave me again? You understand? I will come kidnap you next time.
Let's see what we've got in the mailbag. No, not that. That's spam. What? Okay. Whisper on Reddit says, what's a decent capture card you'd recommend for capturing footage of gameplay? I need something that displays 1080p 60 frames a second to record gameplay footage. I'm not looking for anything too crazy. Just something that's decent and gets the job done. This is, and I want to make sure that I say this every time. It's okay that we get these questions every week because not everybody finds us at number one, the first show and goes from there. So that's totally fine. So let me pop open Amazon.
Oh yeah, because this is in there. That one I threw up there on Twitter. Yeah, I'm thinking about upgrading if it'd give me higher resolution.
Oh, 100%. So here's the thing. It's not going to give you higher resolution for streaming. It's going to give you higher resolution for recording.
Oh, okay.
Now, let me
hold
on. Let me back up 1 second. It's actually going to give you resolution for 2 things. Higher resolution for 2 things. It will not give you higher resolution for streaming.
Yeah.
But it will give you higher resolution for recording, and it will give you higher resolution for pass-through. So in other words, you're going to be able to play in 4K if your monitor's 4K. And you'll be able to record in 4K. But it will not, you're still going to be streaming to whatever your settings are in the streaming software, which is usually 1080p 60. So that's what it's going to do.
But I did like how it has like the audio in and out jack. I was like, what?
Yes. Okay. So here's the deal. You will be tempted by a lot of these. Look at that. $13.99 for 1080p. But when you go into the details of it, this is where if you're not sure what you're buying, you could get something that's not great. And it doesn't say 1080p 60. It just says 1080p, so I'm guessing it doesn't do 60. But let's look and see if we can find the answers for this. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Yep, I would completely stay away from this because it's not telling me at all. There's two things I would want to know. Right here, USB. What USB? Is it USB 2 or 3? Because if it's 2, you're going to have lag on what you see on the computer screen versus what you're doing on the console or whatever, camera or other computer. So you want to make sure it's USB 3, first of all. And second of all, it doesn't say how many frames a second this is. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be 24, maybe. Let's see if it's answered in questions. Okay, so 1080p, 30 frames a second. So there's the answer for that. 1080p 30, I don't know if it says anywhere about USB or if anybody's asked it. I don't see it. So yeah, my guess is it's USB 2, which means you're going to have a bit of a delay, which is one of the problems I originally had when I first started using streaming software. So I would avoid these unless it spells out specifically what it is. And, if 1080p 30 is fine for you and you're not going to be doing anything with your streaming software, then sure, that might work for you. An Elgato HD60S or a AverMedia is probably what I would recommend. This is not a bad price, though. This looks like a knockoff one. It's USB 3.0, 1080-60, or 4K audio video capture, no lag. Yeah, that's what mine is currently. Live streaming compatible with all that stuff. Yeah. Okay. It is USB 3. It is 1080p 60. Oh, capture max resolution 4K 30. So if you're wanting 4K 60, no bueno for you for recording or pass through.
Well, unfortunately for me, I don't have anything that's 4K in my house.
Oh, well. Sad panda.
I don't know. To me, the 4K, I mean, I know it is better, and sometimes it looks better, but I'm like,
it's so much better.
I'm a simple man. As long as it doesn't look like PS2 when I turn it on, I'm good.
So yeah, my two recommendations would be the AverMedia and the Elgato. And again, what you need specifically, you can look and find. But these are
19% off. They reduced the price.
Yeah, they do that from time to time, depending on the seller. But yeah, I definitely recommend AverMedia or the Elgato 60S Plus.
Talking about AverMedia, did you know AverMedia now has a boomstick for mics? Or whatever that arm is called where your mic is?
AverMedia boom arm. Oh, live streamer arm? Yeah. Wow. Guess what? While that's super cool, kids, don't do that.
What?
Let's see. This is way too expensive for a boom arm.
In this video, we're going to see how to set up the
Well, because when he
AverMedia
showed it, he goes, "Look, you can twist this, you can twist that."
GA11.
Yeah,
And I was like, I just don't have one.
First of all,
which is
let's
cool.
unbox your live stream
But,
arm.
I'm using like a $15
the
arm for
package
my camera.
includes the arm itself,
Oh, okay.
a C clamp with the base,
I think. Let me
a hex
look.
tool for adjusting
I
the
could be
strap,
saying wrong.
sleeves
but-
for your cable management, and a quick start guide.
Yes. So let's go to orders and say arm. So this is the one I have at 2 places on, yeah, $16. That's
Oh,
it. So I'd say don't do that, kids. You can see it's got a little clamp here that you screw up that attaches to whatever surface you're
Yeah.
mounting it to, and it moves in basically 360, up, down, left, right, whatever you want. Yeah, that's interesting.
Now I know that my Yeti has like the screw holes on the bottom.
Yep.
Could I take it and put it on a boom arm like that?
Yep. See that right there? That's basically, you got a screw. That's what you're doing right here. This screw
Yeah.
is what's gonna, 100%.
Oh,
Because
okay.
That I don't. Let me see.
It,
I don't know if you can, how well you can see it, but this post right here has that
Okay.
screw on the end of it, and then this is the same size as your Blue Yeti. So literally, you're instead of looking like mine where it pivots like this, your
Yeah.
Blue Yeti would be screwed directly onto the end of this thing.
Yeah, and it would just stick out.
And it just sticks straight forward. So that's when you would take the rest of it and bend it to however you want it. If that makes
okay.
sense. I just totally, 1 second. I just totally picked up my arm out of the socket.
Oh. Shoulder replacement.
Did you call me?
Yeah, I told you. Why didn't you call me to pick you up?
One day, please. I asked her to just basically turn me off.
See that? Kids are crying.
Okay, no problem. So yes, you don't need to go high end with that stuff. You can start here, and then in the future, if you make, you get funding for that, then you can totally upgrade. But that is not a necessity. You can run pretty cheap with those. And as far as lights go, one of the other things I highly recommend, which I need to find my orders, which has been super useful. Even my expensive camera is mounted on this. Light. No. Let's try light. Light. Why am I getting a... Why am I not seeing what I'm looking for? Okay. How very strange. How about ring? Yeah, there we go. So this is a dual selfie light. I actually have these installed all around my table for all the camera stations.
Oh yeah,
It's
I have
20,
that one saved.
yeah, 24 bucks. It's not super expensive, but this guy right here, or this guy, take your pick. I literally, let me see if I can actually put this on screen here. Hold on. Let me add source camera. That's going to be the 920. I think that's not going to work so well, but let me see if I can zoom in here. Video input. Zoom. Zoom. Yeah, that's as far as it's going to go. You can kind of see it. But basically, I've got my expensive camera in the actual...
Now, is that the one you're using for streaming right now?
Yeah, that's the one I'm in the bottom right corner. That's the one I'm using for streaming right now. So you can see it's actually in a phone mount. And all I did is, instead of putting a phone in there, I put the camera in there, and it's gripped onto the front of the lens. and the back of the camera, and it holds it right up. And then I'm using one of these ring lamps towards me, and then I'm actually using one of the other station's ring lamps, lighting me from the right, and then from the left, I have the big O. And so, yeah, that's pretty much how I do my lighting for this. There's two on the right, I should say. I think one of them wasn't on camera when I twisted it over the right. So I've got two on the right, one directly in front of me, and then one big one from the side. Because I will say, with this more expensive camera, I need way more light than I did with the webcams. Webcams are very easy for lighting, but yeah, this is definitely one of them. Wallen, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Faris, welcome in. Hello, friends. How are we doing today?
Hello there.
I think I also missed somebody else. Who did I miss? Let me see here. Give me just 1 second.
Wait, is it?
Oh, thank you.
Is it a better? We have the. I have the. I think. Are they? Which? Where?
What are you
Words.
saying, Faris?
Words. I don't know. I have the better TTTV or whatever emotes, but I.
There's
think
a little
there are
Darkia
other-
streamer.
I don't know. Faris, you're almost at 2,000. Congrats. You've been growing so quick. Wallen is definitely a streamer. But we can try...
Tickets, please.
I gotta wait till it goes off.
Yeah,
for-
I got one of those
Oh,
lights
I
for
forgot to-
$30
I
on
gotta do all
Walmart.
that again because it didn't go off.
Yeah, the one I'd recommend for the big light with a diffuser is...
Change the, you know what I mean? Change the landscape and change the world that's itself and try to pull out everything and many more blessings that you could get. And that's
Let me
why
find this here.
I stream.
There we go. It's
Somebody had asked me that. It was like asking me on my PlayStation.
yeah, it's this one right here. It is a little more expensive than a standard ring light, but yeah. Oh, it's on sale.
Oh.
$84.20 for this one. It's a big ring light, and these white light diffusers, you install them around kind of like a Hot Wheels track around the front of the light.
Yeah.
Does a great job, and it's got a carry case, and it's got a remote. Wait, it didn't have a remote when I bought it. Boo. But it has a remote now too. So that's cool. $84.20 right now. That's a good deal. Again, do you need this? No. Is it one of those that as you build your studio out, you might want? Yes. It's a nice to have, not a need by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
That $24 setup should be more than enough light, especially if you're using a webcam to start, and you should be good to go. The only time you're going to need more light is if you get a better camera over time, because they are more light sensitive. But great question. Thank you for the question.
Be back again.
Whisper, appreciate that. pt2 says, how many monitors do I need to start streaming? I currently only have one. It depends what you're doing. Jimmy Julius, welcome to the stream. Hello, friend.
Hello there.
Let's see what we get on the random draw for the shout out here. Jimmy Julius. Hey, it's the non-swearing one. So yes, QT or Q2. If you are capturing using a capture console or console or some other dual boxing or something along those lines, if you're using
Capture console, huh?
yeah, if you're using a capture device, then one screen is probably enough, because you'll see everything on the output screen for your broadcasting software. If you are
Jimmy Julius
streaming
said,
from the computer
"Yo."
directly, I would recommend at least 2 screens. At least. Because then you'll be able to have chat up in one of them to monitor chat. You'll be able to have the broadcasting software on another. Or you could put those 2 on one and have the game you're playing, if you're playing on that PC, on another screen. So I would recommend at least 2, probably 3. Is it necessary? No. Again, you could do it all with one, but you may not be able to see stream and use a phone to monitor chat. I see a ton of people do that type of thing. So you don't have to do this, but in a nice to have, wish I knew when I started type of scenario, I would say 2 to 3 monitors is ideal if you can afford it. If you can't, you can make do with 1, but I would highly recommend at least 2. What's up, Jimmy Julius? How the heck are you today? What have you had to eat? What's new? What's good? Let me know.
Jimmy Julius said, "Made tacos."
Made tacos. Tacos are good. I'm looking through spam. Lots and lots of spam. Okay. Shadow writes in and says, "You give pretty good advice, but I need more. I'm having trouble getting even 1 viewer, so is there some magic place where I can promote my channel? Because I've promoted my stream everywhere and still nothing." Now, so there's not really magic in
Virality.
Yeah. You've gotta be consistent. You gotta use other social platforms like Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, etc.
We'll make that shirt for you.
Which one?
Gotta be consistent.
Yes. You have to play things that you enjoy playing. Because if you're not enjoying playing the game, then that's going to come across in your stream.
Said, "Join streaming teams."
I mean, sure, Jimmy, you can join a streaming team if that gives you motivation. I have yet to ever join a streaming team, and I've been in like 5 of them that actually does anything for me. Both on YouTube and here, yeah. I really don't get any. I've never seen any tangible benefits from them. So it's like, you can do it. If it helps motivate you, great, go for it. But, you need to make friends with other streamers, become part of their community, support them, they support you. That's the best thing. Play with other streamers. That's the best thing I can possibly say. Make sure that you've personalized your channel, that you've got your about section and all that stuff done and set up so that, people like what you've got to say. They see it all, have emotes if you're an affiliate, if you're not an affiliate.
Jimmy Julius
that
said,
type of stuff.
"I found you when you joined Extra Life Stream Team."
That is true. That is true. You are absolutely correct. That is how we met, Jimmy. 100%. Was through the Streamers for Kids. And I don't feel like that's a stream team. That's a little different. That's like a charity team for me. But I get what you're saying. I get wholeheartedly what you're saying. Where is my giant cam? There it is. Turn you on. There we go.
Jimmy Julius said, join streamering communities.
Yeah, joining streamering communities is a thing you can definitely do. And that's why I was saying find streamers you like, get to know them, join their communities, be a part of their communities, not just there for clout or trying to get people to come to your stream. And you'll organically make friends that way. And people will want to come check out your content because they like you in those communities. So that's what I would definitely recommend. Thank you for the question. Mabdog writes in and says, help. I need the best setup for 2 console recording. Me and my girlfriend are looking to record our gameplay when we play together. We have an Elgato and a laptop for streaming and recording. But what would be an easy way to capture another device? I can barely get it to record 1 console with no issues. I doubt I'd be able to plug in 2 game captures and record at the same time. Also, I can't even do that because my Elgato required 2 US 3.0 and my computer only had 1. Well, welcome to streaming. I'm sorry to say this, but if you're going to record from a second console, you probably need another streaming device. And if your laptop is not able to do that, the only thing it's when you say I can barely get it to record 1 console with no issues, is it the ports? Because if that's the issue, you can always buy a powered hub and more than likely then be fine plugging in another 3.0 device to capture. I mean, there are some capture devices that will let you record directly to an SD card if you wanted to do it that way, but that would be kind of nuts for editing and stuff. I mean, also, are you trying to stream this or just record? Because if you want both feeds at the same time, it's just going to be easier to buy another capture device with a hub, plug it in that way, and off you go. So that would be my recommendation, is get a powered USB 3.0 hub, plug it into your one USB 3.0 port, and then plug your 2 capture devices into your expanded USB 3.0 hub and record away, because then it should just each come in as a different video capture in your streaming software. Let me know, Mabdog, what you end up doing. Sorry, I was reading this question in advance. Christoph writes in and says, how do I stick to one type of genre or niche? I like too many things. Unfortunately, that will mess up the algorithm on what my content is about, especially on TikTok. For Twitch, it's hard to find out what I am good at and stick with because I do not have that much of a personality to be a variety streamer. For what I noticed, these people can play the most boring game, but because of the way they act, they'll make the whole stream fun. It's not about talking. I talk nonstop in my streams, but I do not have that party type of personality. So variety should be out for me. For Twitch, I should be sticking to one type of genre, but I don't want to burn myself playing the same games over and over again. For TikTok, should restrict my content to one thing as well, because TikTok gets confused each time I make different contests.
Said, do you do audio tech support?
Hi, Alex. Some audio tech support. Yep. Let me finish this question. And if you've got one queued up, type it out and we'll go from there. And hello there.
Hello there.
For YouTube, I should be making videos about reviews and reactions. Each platform has its thing. I know this. I need to stick to one type of content for each one. How are you able to find a genre or niche and stick with it? That is not
Well,
true. Like most of the
Yeah.
90% of that is not true. I mean, you're not wrong in that each platform you can find different things to showcase, but that doesn't mean that you need to stick to one thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Play the games that you are excited about playing, and then adapt your editing
Alex S.
to match that.
said, I'ma go walk my dogos and then I come back.
All right, sounds good, Alex. We'll be here. We're here for another
Yeah.
hour and a half, so no problem.
Because YouTube is just not about long form or short form content. You could do what you like to call, post produced, but now they're integrating shorts. So you could take your shorts, throw it on TikTok, throw it on YouTube.
Yeah, and you can take reactions, the best
Mhm.
reactions, and edit it down into a YouTube video from a gameplay stream. So that's not a big deal. Like you can decide that you only want to post one type of thing on TikTok. That's fine too. But you don't need to stick to the same genre over and over again.
Yeah.
That's not something. And I don't have a party type personality. I'm more. I've been told many times that I am more of a consultative type of personality. I do say dumb things and make try and make things fun, but I'm definitely not a party type of person. So
you're not throwing flamethrowers and lights and
well, that's on the roadmap, but I'm not there yet.
yeah.
And
I gotta say,
you think I'm joking, but if I pull up the streamer wish list that's linked on our main page,
you got
on
pyrotechnics. You better
Twitch,
move your bookshelf.
I actually do have some stuff on there. Where's my list? Streamer list.
All right, let's see this.
Seymour.
Jimmy Julius said, if I
Intermission
had
to the
it, I
question.
would use it.
Because this is interesting to see. I can see you just like rocking in a rave type setting for your stream.
Stream wish list. Here we go. So, here it is. It's a mixed effect, sound
Jimmy
activated
Julius said,
RGB
my
LED
chat
pattern light
voice
strobe lights.
changed.
Wow.
So it's actually not that expensive. It's only $120.
You better give a forewarning to all your streams. If you have seizures or if you are sensitive to lights, please turn it away.
And then eventually, the idea is to get. I think this has a expansion port where you can plug in like a fog machine.
Oh God.
So yeah, ideally, I'd love to have that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I mean, it's a nice to, not must have by any means.
For me to do something like that, I'd have to do it during the day because I live with people of 7. But I could, touch base on, because me, myself, if I were to take away the live reactions, I'm a role play game streamer. But with that, if you're an FPS shooter, you don't have to do Call of Duty. You could go into like first person shooter role play games. You could find different inter-genres in your genre. Like with role playing games, there's MMOs, there's JRPGs, there's strategy RPGs, there's tactical, there's story based, there's you don't have to like niche down your genres so much to where you're not enjoying the game.
So, Mafia asked, and can I get a shout out for Mafia, please?
Yes.
Mafia asked, what did I have up there? This is a RGBW LED pattern light strobe light combo. So you put this down on the ground and it projects lights and stuff up onto the sky or onto the ceiling.
I told you.
Or onto my bookshelf behind me.
In the bush. I said, yeah, how much you want to bet? It's this one right here.
He's basically ready to open up
a rave.
Gamers List rave.
Yeah, pretty much.
But them clingers got him first.
So these are really interesting. And I looked at a bunch of these. This is kind of
Rave Ledge.
Nice.
That's what it's going to be called.
It's got
Rave Ledge.
4 different lights, so 4 different possible patterns at one time. And the nice part is that if you do this with music, it'll sync to the music.
Nice.
So that's kind of nice also. So this is, just it's one of those dumb things that I definitely don't need. But like, if we look at the video here, see, and for me, right there, it's got a XLR, so this would plug directly into my Rodecaster 2 Pro, and I could sync music with it, and there you go.
Mafia 6869 said,
Oh, okay, I thought he was on my wish list. There is a USB male to male cable I need.
Mafia 6869 said,
Sorry.
That'd
No,
give me
you're
a
fine.
headache as much as if it went off, especially the strobe. Oh, I think I'm too much of a serious streamer to do something like that. I would, but then again, I don't know. I mean, I have seen live stream TikToks where they like keep me awake and
See, this is
interrupt
the
my
type
job.
of thing that it would do. And
Now
so
that looks awesome.
Yeah, so I would like mount it so that it actually shot at me in the bookshelf, more than likely.
You wouldn't even have to mount it. You would probably just put it on the top of your bookshelf.
No. It'd be facing the bookshelf so that it's in camera.
Oh.
So I would need to mount it like above my TVs, shooting at the table and me and the bookshelf. And that's the idea, right? Is
yeah.
Then you've got these different things that fire off. Maybe when I get a kill in Fortnite or something, something dumb like that.
As long as it's not pyro, because then I think Lexi would murder you.
No pyro in the house. Never pyro in the house. But yeah, it's a dumb thing, but at the same time,
it is. But at the same time, it does
it's
look
pretty cool.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
like
pretty
if
cool.
you have like a guest walk in and you're like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, exactly.
You just got a kill. Watch this.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty cool. So that's kind of the idea behind it. But yeah, no, I was on my wish list.
But no, dude, you don't need to like limit yourself, and
No.
You could find other stuff. Variety is just a term that we use that everybody throws out there. Oh, I'm a variety streamer. I'm a variety streamer. Because variety is just a term. Like, you do not have to call yourself a variety streamer if you don't want to. Like, Mark is like variety because he does something different every day.
So this is a bot that I had heard about, and I'm not sure if the one that I'm using right now, Mix It Up, will do something similar. But this is another one.
I think I tried it.
Yeah, this looks pretty similar to what I'm using with Mix It Up. So
Yeah.
I'm curious. Mix it up. So I'm using this one right now for our currency for the boss points when people check in. And this, it does have Stream Deck built in, so that's nice.
I'm trying. Eventually. Someday.
Yay, Daniel made it home safe. Okay, great. I need to actually look at the social media integration, because if I can set up variables to where it shows the game name and that stuff, then I may switch over to using this for tweets instead of straight from the Stream Deck, because every time I change something, I have to change the tweet on the Stream Deck.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm looking for is... which I know they have, is notifications, chat. Chat notifications. Like, I'm sure there's a way to play a sound or something along those lines when somebody speaks for the first time. But I think I could also do that via trigger fire by just monitoring for the words. No, because that requires a command. No, I could do it via Stream Elements, I think, by creating a custom command that watched for first-time chatter anytime that was displayed in chat, because I have that turned on, so I think that would work. I don't know. I'd have to check on how to do that. That's an interesting idea. Let's see. Okay, here's a interesting question that we've not had quite from this perspective before. Blake writes in and says, how do I support my fiance who's starting to stream? My fiance has done streaming on and off for a few years. His dream is to become a big streamer, and I honestly think he could get there. He just started streaming again, and I've talked to him about ways I could support him, but he isn't really sure. So I wanted to ask you, what are ways you would want to be supported by your partner with your streaming? I never mind when he games and encourage him to do so. I'd love for his full-time occupation to be a streamer one day like he hopes for, and I want to know ways I can support him while he achieves the stream. So A, cool on you. You're awesome. B, I'd say, help him share his stream out. If you're going to, if he's making clips that you can share with because this is what this is part of my day job. What people don't think about on the regular is you can create mini viral campaigns so easily. Let's say that Ken has, how many Twitter followers do you have?
Let me bring it up. 389.
389. I have 1,400 in mine. I have a bunch of friends that have over, 2,000, 1,400, et cetera, et cetera.
Way to put me down.
No, not putting you down at all. My point is,
just like you took my Pulse banner objective away today.
If I create a Twitter post and I tag Ken in it, and I tag my other friends in it, and they repost it to their groups, suddenly my reach has expanded from 1,400 to over 10,000.
Yeah.
10,000 potential people seeing my post about my stream, and that's what you can do for yours as well. You probably have a close-knit group of friends, whether it be on Facebook, on Twitter, on whatever it is. And that was just talking about Twitter, right? We're not even starting to talk about Facebook or other things. Get your friends to repost his posts to their networks so that more people see it and can interact. And you create a mini viral campaign every time he's got a clip or something along those lines. The other thing I could say is if you're available to do it and you can be in chat, talk in chat to get others talking. That's always a huge help. Because again, or in Discord as well, because then he's not talking to himself. And that advice goes for TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Insta, all those different things. YouTube Shorts, all those different things. those are probably the first things I would say. Also, just, celebrate his successes. Remind him that it's not the end of the world when he doesn't get the same number of viewers this week that he got last week, because that invariably happens.
Yes.
Don't let him get burned out. Make sure that you're consistent on your schedule.
Tell him that he'll make it even if he thinks that he doesn't. So my missus tells me all the time.
Yeah,
you're having fun with it.
Just
go back to it.
Yep, just be encouraging.
Yeah.
And the other thing I would say is make sure that you log on, create a Twitch account, log on to his stream so that he's never at 0 viewers. If you have family or friends, close friends, that you can talk into logging in and lurking for him for the streams, by all means do it. So 100%. That's probably it. I mean, that's where I would start. And then as you guys grow, it'll be obvious where he needs help. Is the short form there. And whether that means it's you doing it or, hiring an editor or somebody to do social media or whatever the case is, you guys will figure that out as you go. But the fact that you're supportive is already a huge boon. So just keep being awesome. And thank you for the question.
Mafia 6869 said,
Man, I thought I was on drugs, lol, but I know what it is now, lol.
Are you all right, Mafia? I hope you are. And I hope you're not on drugs. Zeta writes in and says, I'm interested in streaming, but I'm self-conscious about my
Mafia
voice.
6869 said,
Yup.
So Zeta says, I'm interested in streaming, but I'm self-conscious about my voice. Welcome to every other person in existence ever.
Yeah.
No one likes their voice to begin with. It took me years in radio to get to the point where I am perfectly fine with my voice in my head that's coming out of my mouth.
Alex S. said, I'm back.
Welcome back, Alex. I especially like my voice today because it sounds super deep. Because I was screaming all last night, cheering for France. Because that's the section we were sitting in. So we were cheering for the King of France all night. But yeah, it's once you just
Tickets,
do
please, said,
This is true.
Yeah, once you start doing it and do it on the regular, you won't even remember that. I mean, you may still not like hearing it, especially on playbacks, but you'll just get used to it. That's really the thing, is it's just
Alex
repetition,
S.
doing it over and
said,
over again.
You sound like a professional radio station guy.
I used to be a professional radio station guy, so thank you for the compliment. Today I'm extra husky in my voice because I was screaming so much. I woke up this morning and Lexi looked at me and she's like, "Are you sick?" And I'm like, "No."
Alex S. said, Wows.
So yeah, most people think their voice is terrible when really it's just fine. And, to be honest, the more unique a voice is, the more people want to listen. And so while you may think it's horrible, some people may think it's super unique and want to listen to you. So just move forward. That's the best thing I can say. Get to streaming, get to the point where it doesn't even bother you. You don't even think about it anymore. Because you probably don't think about it when you're talking to people in real life. So why would you think about it when you're streaming? It's the same thing. You're just talking to a bunch of people you can't see. That's all. And sometimes you can when they're on Discord or something. So thank you for the question. Hey, it's time for this week's another question we answer every week, and that's okay. I'm planning to start streaming, says Gaming Landscape. Should I go to YouTube or Twitch? So I make gaming content on TikTok, and I have almost 30,000 followers. Grats. Still trying to get 1,000. I have an engaging audience, and many have said I should start streaming, and they would watch. My main content is about FromSoft games, and the fans are very dedicated to support anyone who likes those games, so that helps too. So we're talking like Dark Souls and stuff like that. My question is YouTube or Twitch? I live in Finland, but make content in English. My followers are from all around the world. Which platform is more forgiving in the sense that I stream in English but reside in Finland? Which platform puts more weight on your location, pushes your content for your own country more? So this actually has nothing to do with what you're asking. Stream on Twitch, post-produce on YouTube. The streaming tools for YouTube are not great. The moderation tools are not great. The discoverability is not great. Twitch isn't the best for discoverability either. However, you can offset that by people hosting you, and then you get pushed to the recommended list, etc. So if you're streaming, if you're live streaming, I would do that. But I would also suggest live stream to TikTok. You have over 1,000 followers. Why wouldn't you live stream to TikTok if you have 30,000 followers? That's kind of a no-brainer. Stream to TikTok also. Put your clips, like your TikTok clips, put those on shorts on YouTube, and Bob's your uncle. And you can always stream to Facebook if you wanted to also, depending if you have a decent following there as well. But yes, thank you for the question, Gaming Landscapes. This is a question we've never had. Yay. We get the one we always had followed by one I've never seen. OK Mirror asks, how should I welcome viewers? My usual is, how are you? How's insert game here? How's your weekend? But I'm thinking I should spice it up with something different because I'm always using the same tropes, and I feel like a lot of streamers I've seen use the above questions. Is there something different I should use? I ask people what they've had to eat because I like food, and I'm a fat guy. Food is good. So that's what I would recommend. I'm always like, Mafia, what did you have to eat today? Tickets, please. What did you have to eat today? And then I answer my own question. We had Greek for lunch. I had hummus, an Israeli salad, and a chicken and a steak kebab over rice with lemon juice. It was delicious. And yesterday I had all-you-can-eat sushi, and then I had a Cornish game hen at the King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table thing. The all-you-can-eat sushi was great. The Cornish game hen was not great because it was unseasoned to cater to the lowest common denominator for people attending. Find unique questions that you like. A lot of people will have a question of the day thing where they put it on there like, is it pronounced tomato or tomato? Things of that nature. Fancy Francis, welcome back to the stream. Hello there. We accidentally died in the middle of the stream. I don't know why. So yes, you could
Mafia
look for a question of the day
6869 said,
I had breakfast biscuits, gravy eggs, hash browns, sausages.
Oh my God, Mafia. When on Friday night we went to Gordon Ramsay Burger, and they had seasoned
Alex S.
tater
said,
tots.
So my audio question is, during service today I've run into a pile of problems. Our amps were beeping and buzzing, which I've never heard before in the year and I've been there. What would cause this? Mafia 6869 said,
For dinner, lol.
Yeah, that's great, Mafia. When we were at Gordon Ramsay's Burger on Friday, they had tater tots with a poached egg on top over sausage gravy and bacon. It was so good. Oh my God. Seasoned perfectly. It was great. All right, so my audio question is, during service today, I've run into a pile of problems. Our amps were beeping and buzzing, which I've never heard before in the year.
Mafia 6869 said,
Sounds good.
Amps beeping and buzzing. Were the persons playing? Did they have phones in their pockets?
Alex S. said, yes.
That looks like that might be the problem. I just did a quick
Alex
Google
S.
search online.
said, no phones.
Yeah. I did a quick Google search online, and it says that certain amps, it's an interference thing from laptops or tablets or anything receiving a wireless signal, should be kept away kept a few meters away. That's the first result on Google search for it. The only other thing from amps, yeah.
Alex S. said, from amps,
It does
these
say
power
from
our
amps.
speakers and soundboard. This also has never happened before.
Was it guitars plugged in to the amps, I'm assuming? It could be the guitar also, but a lot of times it looks like this is a very common problem. The other thing that it suggests is make sure your chassis bolts are tight and make sure that your guitar cables are shielded, which you probably already have. And it could have been a loose bolt, but a lot of it.
Alex S. said, oh, you thinking of those?
Yeah. One person is saying it was even their watch was close to a pickup.
What are we talking about? Watches and pickups?
Amps. Getting a beeping noise or and buzzing. Yeah, a lot of people are saying watches can be a problem from this as well. That is what I am seeing. These amps don't plug in an instrument. Well,
Alex
regardless
S.
if they don't.
said, these amps don't plug into instruments.
Regardless if they do or don't plug them into instruments, this seems to be a common occurrence against many of them. Yeah, every single instance I see of an amp with a beeping noise generally talks about
Alex S.
watches or
said, I put a pic in the Discord.
Okay, I'll take a look. But almost every single answer for amps beeping is returns with that. So I'd start there. Let's see, streamer tech support. So your amps are on the board by you, right? Or is that out by the actual people playing? Where is that board? Because my guess would be somebody got too close with something that was causing interference, be it a cell phone or a...
Alex S. said, that's by the board.
That's by the board. And it was just you at the board?
Alex S. said, yes.
And where was your phone? And then my follow-up question is, were you transmitting data from... You weren't using Wi-Fi to transmit data from the computer, correct? Or do you have a wristwatch on the opposite side of the amps in your
Alex
right pocket?
S. said, on the opposite side of the amps in my right pocket.
If that happens again, I would A, set your phone to airplane mode, and B, move it farther away and see if that alleviates the problem. Do you have a watch?
Alex S. said, no, I don't wear watches and no data was being transferred.
Okay. Yeah, so that would be my recommendation is set your phone. If you're the only one there, I would set my phone to airplane mode and move it far away and see if that clears up the issue. Because odds are it's probably, according to every thread that I'm seeing, it's most likely a phone or watch issue. And if you don't have watch, then it's most likely a phone issue. Let me know what happens. Also, Cosmic Vixen, welcome to the stream. Hello there, friend.
Alex S. said, give me 1 second, I'll BRB.
Okay. In the meantime, we'll give Cosmic Vixen a shout out. Oh, you're playing Cult of the Lamb. How do you like it?
Why can't I?
I hope it's amazing. It looks so good. I want to play it. badly. Very much. It looks like so much fun. I hope you're enjoying it greatly. All right. While Alex is gone, let's see if I can find. Um, let's see if I can find 604. I guess while I'm here, does anyone else have any other questions for this week's stream before I keep digging through the mailbag?
What do you think, in your opinion, is the best way to get noticed by a sponsor? Always hitting up their name, like, oh, day 369,000, tweeting out at Bandai Namco until they sponsor me, or just keep doing the grind. What you're doing?
See, I mean,
Should you wait for a certain point? Like, I'm not saying like as soon as you start streaming and you have like 5 followers, because you got to have some numbers.
So here's the thing. Being actually sponsored and being an affiliate are two separate things.
Yeah, so I'm not,
and
no affiliation.
Most people are going to be affiliates. Like all of our stuff, except for Z League, is an affiliation.
Yeah. And most people know the affiliation, if people buy it, you make a little pennies on it.
Right.
But I'm talking about how to actually get noticed by a sponsor.
Well, I mean, yes, I think the short version is be enthusiastic about them in your streams, make clips of that, put it together as a demo reel, have something like, oh, my brain has stopped working. One second. Have something like Media Kit that shows your impact and reach, and send that to them send that all to them in a bundle and say, I'd like to represent your company. I'd love to talk about a sponsorship. And you reach out to them and see if there's interest from their end. You will miss out on 100% of the sponsorships that you never ask about.
Yes. Oh, I know.
Alex S. said, I'm back.
Because I use that same
Welcome
thing.
back.
You miss 100% of the chances you never take.
That's 100% correct. So yes, this is something where.
Have you tried reaching out?
Yeah,
I know it's kind of like a little bit personal.
No, 100%. I've reached out a bunch of times, and I get told no a bunch of times, and that's okay. We reached out to Roll20 to sponsor our Monday night game, and they said no. They declined.
That's for tabletop, right?
Yep, for tabletop RPG. It's the software that we use to run it. I've reached out to. My brain's not working. Really, my brain is not working. Why? Why can I not think of the name of this company. Well, they're going to watch this and never sponsor me now.
Talking up to old man Itis.
Stream music. Come on, not tabletop audio. Not Sirenscape. Yeah, Sirenscape. Sirenscape. Yeah. Sirenscape. Yeah. This is a great thing that I love to use. And we reached out to them and they said they declined also. But they like all of my posts that I say saying this is an awesome thing you should use. So there's that. But I mean, I think it's just one of those things that it's, all streamers are in the diamond business. Pressure and time. The more influence that you build, then the more likely they are to say yes. So there's also going to be some things at TwitchCon about this that I want to go audit and report on what I've learned from it.
Alex S.
So that's
said,
one of the things that
I'm so annoyed about this stream setup. Discord.
Awesome.
You're annoyed about this stream setup. Discord. Let me look. Hold on 1 second. Okay.
Talking Muffin. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man. The Muffin Man.
Alex S. said, TwitchCon. I've never heard of that.
Yeah. That is not good.
Yeah, it's a talking muffin.
Yeah. Yeah.
See?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a very annoying thing. And I'm not going to lie, there is a chance it could be that power differential that's causing your feedback, but I don't think so. But if it's putting out some kind of interference, it could be. But I'd start with your phone because that is the most common thing in every thread that I look at for amps beeping like that. TwitchCon is a yearly event where they get a bunch of streamers together and it's networking and workshops and a bunch of other stuff. I've never been. This will be my first year. I'm going to do a post-produced piece that's called What It's Like Going to Your First TwitchCon. I bought the 3-day ticket with the party because I don't know if it's the right thing to do or not. So I figured more than less. I know I'm meeting a bunch of people off-site, like Talkin' Muffin and Dark Razored and Jag Leisure and a bunch of other streamers that I want to meet. So I don't know that that's the right thing to do is buy the maximum ticket. But I can also tell you as somebody who's been in business for a long time, $220, which is the cost of the 3-day ticket for most networking
Alex
events
S.
won't even get
said,
you inside the door.
That's not the soundboard, by the way. That's the stream room. Our soundboard is a pt2. Have you ever multi-track record on a soundboard? If so, do you know how?
It depends on the setup of the board. Some will come. Is it a digital multi-track board? Is it an analog multi-track board? And most of them will be set to over $200.
Alex S.
For most
said,
networking.
Sheesh, over $200.
If I was to go to a networking anything
Alex S. said,
in San
digital
Francisco,
board.
even if it was like a 3-hour event, you'd be looking at probably $495 for price of entry. So this is a steal for networking with other streamers. But again, am I going to go there and be completely bored with the workshops or not be interested in any of the workshops? I don't know. So I'm still not entirely sure, quote unquote, what is TwitchCon, if that makes sense. I get that it's a networking event, but I don't know beyond that what it is. So that's why I figured this video might help people decide if they want to go to TwitchCon.
The description is in the name. Just poking fun.
Yeah. That's not the subject. So it's a digital board. So then my follow-up question, which is just a little poking fun, but did you RTFM? Did you read the manual? Because a lot of times those digital boards will have
Mafia
default
6869
for
said,
Still here.
for the multi-track recording, and it will be set a certain way with either multi-track recording on or off, And it may be a combination of dip switches or a combination of digital settings that you need to set. So that's where I'd start is download the manual for it. It's a QU32. So I'd go on the website, download the manual for that, and then see what your instructions are for multi-track recording. And yes, I have done multi-track recording on a soundboard before, yes. Mostly in college, but yes. And then what will happen to that is how most of them work, but not all of them. It just depends on the soundboard, which is why I'm recommending the instruction manual. Is generally what it will do is it will automatically, like if you are saving to a hard drive.
Alex S. said, yes, I did. I recorded and then went to play it back and nothing came out. Even though when I was recording it said it was getting sound, but once I played it back, no sound.
And you played it back through the board, or did you play it back through a digital audio workstation software? And what were you recording it to? Were you recording it to an internal SD card on the board, or were you recording it to a hard drive?
Alex S.
Yeah, but recording
said,
to what?
Through the soundboard.
Or was it an internal flash drive on the board? What's the end
Alex S.
point
said, the soundboard shoe drive.
Okay. And then you played it back through the Q drive and there was no. Okay, let me see if I can find it real quick. QU32. Oh, that's a pretty one. Not going to lie about that. I'm jelly. Okay, so there's the QU32. Let's look at the Allen Heath guide here.
Alex S. said, the shoe drive is a USB that plugs into the soundboard.
Got it. So it's a flash drive that plugs into the soundboard. Yeah. Just channel processing 28.
No Novocaine.
No
Thanks
Novocaine.
for subscribing. No Novocaine said, take this, it will be useful later.
No Novocaine with the 7-month re-up.
USMG Valor Fall said,
Hey, I was finally able to catch you.
And here
Be
sneaks
crazy
in Valor
busy
Fall.
with the new job and full-time college.
Awesome, man. How's the new job going? How's the full-time college going? No Novocaine. Thank you for the 7-month re-up. You subbed so hard, you went back to the future. What are you guys doing on your stream? Hilarious. Okay, what did I say? Page 28. I am so happy to see you, USMG Valor Fall. I was wondering if you'd fallen off the face of the earth, but it makes sense. How's the new job? How's school going? I'm glad you could find time to make it in. No pressure. Life happens. We get it.
No Novocaine said, LMAO nice, I like being back in time. USMG Valor
The 25th
Fall
century is
said,
how far you went.
New job is amazing. College is going to be rough, but I'll do my best.
I believe in you. You are more than intelligent enough to be able to do so. Okay.
Gamersledge
said, USMG Valor Fall is a rock star, has checked in for the day, and has 1 boss point.
No Novocaine and USMG Valor Fall, you probably were not here to hear about this, but we are now doing a loyalty rewards program. When you check in, you get a boss point. And when you get to 69 boss points, we will drop ship you a homemade keychain of your favorite character. or you can save up for 169 boss points and get a free Gamer's Ledge t-shirt. So every day, come on in, check in, get your boss point, and then you can trade them in for free stuff.
Said, Non-Overcane is a rock star, has checked in for the day, and has won boss points.
Thank you for the check-ins. You guys rock. Have some boss points. La 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 la.
Say it again, Dexter.
No Novocaine. Said, let's go, I like free stuff, lol.
So my follow-up question, Alex, would be, so it looks like you can do 18-track multi-track recording direct to your Q drive. But what is the mixer actually set to record as right now? And then the follow-up question would be, did you look at the routing table to see where each of those channels is being routed to? Because that's going to be right here. The routing follows the active cell key or button to open the routing assignment screen. Double check that those are all being routed to the proper
No
place.
Novocaine. Said, BRB.
Q drive audio recording ability require the USB storage device to support high sustained transfer rates. Not all USB. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So I'm assuming you probably have some approved Q drive USB drive for that.
Alex S. said, yes, I assigned the multi-track to piano, bass, guitar, electric guitar, singers.
Okay. And then my follow-up question crazy question would be, do you have to assign the routing table to go to the Q drive, or is that done somewhere else in setup? You can transfer scene library and show data to a USB storage device. Format update, because that's my only real other question is, this doesn't sound like you can you record directly to it? Yeah, no, you can. 18-track multi-recording direct to there. Okay, so then let's preamp, blah, 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 blah. Not what I'm looking for. Let me go back to the table of contents here.
Alex S. said, it's done in routing when setting up multi-track playback, and I recorded directly to the soundboard.
Wait, so you recorded directly to the soundboard and not to the USB?
You're back.
Touchscreen mixing functions. Audio interface and DAW control.
Alex S. said, to the USB, sorry I called it to the soundboard because it's called the Q drive.
Yeah, sorry, got to be real specific since I can't see your settings or what you're doing. So no problem at all. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm following. So you recorded directly to the Q drive, the Q USB drive. Okay, great. So then my follow-up question is playback. when you do playback, is that through a DAW, or are you trying to do it directly through the board itself? Channel routing, blah, 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 blah. Touchscreen mixing. Okay.
Alex S. said, through the board itself, but I do have DAW.
Have you tried opening it in a DAW and see if the items are there? Recording and playback from here. Okay, great. Q Drive stereo page. Okay.
Alex S. said, I have not.
That would be my next step. Can you, and you see, so let me phrase this carefully. In the Q Drive stereo page, can you see that there is data on the USB? That there are tracks there? So you patched here. Use a setup output patch USB audio stream. So blah 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 blah. Right. So right. Okay. I'm gonna go to and then okay. Stereo playback. So you can plug in from USB. You can play back audio files from a USB storage device plugged into Q Drive. Okay. Copy audio wave files on USB from your computer. Yeah, so what I would do is
Alex S. said, yes, it shows files that say they are compatible and I can click and play them, but no audio.
Okay. So what I would do, just to be sure that that is the case, is I would pull the thumb drive out, plug it into the computer, load up the DAW, transfer the files over, and see if it has audio. Or you don't even necessarily need the DAW. If it's just a wave file, you can probably play it using whatever, just to see if you have any audio in there whatsoever. If not, then my guess is it's either something set up, because it looks like you have to have two routing setups. You've got to have an IO patch here, it looks like also. So you've got to have it set up on the
Alex S.
routing screen.
said, for sure, I'll try that.
It looks like you have to have it set up on the routing screen, and then it may be the case that you need to actually set it on the setup output patch / USB audio screen. To have the channels and groups globally sourced to send to the USB. So that may be why. Q Drive stereo recording shares the same patch as tracks 17 to 18 of the Q Drive. Multi-track recording and USB streaming.
I can do this all. Thumbs up, soldier. I know.
AA24 756. Welcome to the
Thumbs up, soldier.
Thanks for following.
Hello
you are
there.
a rock star.
Hello there.
Thank you and welcome in. Let's see if you're a streamer. AA24 756. It does not look like it, but welcome in. What do you like to play? And welcome. Since it's your first time here, we're Gamers Ledge. We're a group of 11 different editors and contributors. We've worked in a lot of different... I've worn a lot of different hats. All my guys have worn a lot of different hats, but we read, watch, and play just about everything pop culture related in order to help people wisely spend their hard-earned discretionary income. And then we stream our recommendations here. On Sundays, we do Sunday Streamer Tech Support, where we help folks with hardware questions, software questions, streaming questions. How do you do this type of thing? And we're happy to have you here. Let us know a little bit about yourself. And if somebody referred to you, let me know who so I can thank them personally. this looks suspicious to me.
RR24756 said, "This NKS Alex Alex S said,
Hi,
"Oh
Alex
no,
S.
that's just me giving you a follow on Twitch."
Got it. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that very much. No problem. I would have never made that connection. Thank you. I appreciate it. This looks like the suspect thing for me here. I'm not, without having it up in front of me, the actual mixing board, I'm not sure, but this sounds sus. This sounds like you need to do something else here in order to get it to record to the USB. So this is on page 52 of the manual. So it seems like you've got to set your output like you did, your routing table, to go to the different things, but then it looks like you need to do something else here to assign the groups to be globally sourced from their insert sends. In order to get it to record. So that would be my guess. That's the once if you plug in that drive and you can't get any audio off of it, that this looks like the suspect to me.
Alex S said, "Oh, well, that seems like extra steps, but okay."
Yeah. That's why I say these boards can be kind of complicated. But then again, look at that beautiful board. Sorry. I'm a little jelly. I haven't worked on a board that large in quite some time. That's awesome. So yeah, that would be where I would look next and see if you have to do some extra routing there to get it to go to the USB. But that is a beautiful board. I am quite jelly. And let me know. You know where to find me. I'm here 7 days a week. My personal board that I'm using today is much smaller than that. This is my current board. Not nearly as many cool sliders. But it does a lot of the same stuff.
For our youth area, we use the Q32, not Q.
Ah, okay. Got it.
Alex S said, "I like it though."
Nice.
Alex S said, "Simple and useful."
Pretty much, yes. 100%. 100%. But thank you for the question. I hope that helps. I hope you find the answer there. That's where I would start personally, because I've run into stuff like that in the past, where it seems like it should be really, really straightforward, but no, you have to configure extra stuff to get it to do what you think it should do. Zealous Ideal asks, "I'm a new streamer and I would like to spice up my streams because most of my views comes from VODs, but I don't know what to talk about. I'm about to stream a series and wanted to ask, what did you guys talk about starting off? Give me some topics I could talk about." Okay,
I'm sorry, I just came in. Can you repeat that one more time?
Yeah, it's I'm streaming to no viewers. I'm a new streamer. I'd like to spice up my streams because most of my views comes from VODs, but I don't know what to talk about. Can you give me some advice? Is basically the summary of the rest of the question. And this goes back to what this isn't asked every question, but it is very similar to what Ken and I were discussing earlier. Highly recommend, if there are things that you like, news.google.com is your friend. Because what you can do is, as you find different things, that you like, whether it be TV, news, video games, etc., then you can actually start creating a For You brief. And a lot of times I will come in here before I go to stream, like, here's a wrestling thing, and here's a video game thing, because look.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, so these different things are basically what I will come in and I'll make bullet points to talk about. And find a couple things to talk about on stream. You'll be surprised how long you can talk about different things, even with no people on there. But yeah, find things that are interested to you, and then make a bullet point and talk about those things. And you can pull it up on stream if you want to, like the actual article or something along those lines if you want to. But yeah, that's the short version. Is I usually come through and find something that's interesting to me, like I did earlier with the quantum computing story and the fusion story from last week, and talk about those types of things, and then I'll make new ones here as well. Different things that I want to talk about for today. I don't really do that so much for this show because we get so many. I mean, I had the ones that I talked about, but I don't like make an exhaustive list, because we generally, between the mailbag and people coming in and asking questions, we have a lot of people ask questions. It's like 5 hours of nonstop content. So I'll use the bullet points as filler or at the beginning of the show to talk about it, but that's about it. I mean, we could talk about, one of the other bullet point things I have written down is the whole Hangman CM Punk thing, because we didn't talk about that at all, which is a bit of a thing, but that's also wrestling, so I'm not necessarily sure that I want to talk about that.
Or you could talk about anime, which is like the massive amount of money that Dragon Ball made in its opening weekend, which is wow.
Or how they finally ended the One Punch Man human monster chapter, finally, which we should get translated into anime within 7 years. So yeah, it's one of those things where you just go through here, find things that are useful to you, and then write them down.
Or he could go to
and keep in mind, if you're saying how do you mark this stuff as favorites, etc., like you can search for video games as an example. And then once you're here, right here on the top right, video games, you can say follow. And then you can actually just pop up following and say, okay, I want to see everything about video games, and here's everything about video games. So this is a super easy way to do it. And I hope that answers your question, because that's one of the easiest things I found from the beginning is just, talk about what you know, what interests you. And thanks for the questions, Ellis Ideal. Okay, Mirror. Oh, you asked me 2 questions this week. My chat has been pretty dead lately. There will be times of silence from now and then in the past, but nothing for very long like it is now. I've been watching my VODs and trying to see what I can change. I've come up with some ideas, like make a bulleted list of topics to talk about, etc. So it's not just me always talking about the game and what I'm doing. Is there anything else that you do to liven up the performance even when no one is chatting? Yes, exactly what you just said. Make a bulleted list of topics to talk about. Find a friend. Pull them into voice chat, even if they're kicking and screaming. Talk about stuff that you would normally talk about with your friends. Talk about what you've done over the weekend.
What people are eating.
Yeah, what people are eating. Talk about what you are looking forward to. Games you're looking forward to. All that different type of stuff. So, yeah. you're on the right path. Okay, Mirror. Make a bullet point list. Use something like Google News to give you ideas of what to talk about, all that good stuff. Okay. How do I say this? Arhea Polygons writes in and says, can you stream extremely underground shows, movies, anime? I'm only asking this out of curiosity since I'm not really a streamer. Can you stream stuff that's basically forgotten or next to no one knows about? Of course, I know it's technically still against copyright, but I feel like after a certain point, no one cares enough about certain things to use copyright. Well, let me finish the question before I jump on this. Like I said, a lot of the underground ones aren't even licensed. Actually, that brings up another question. Are things that aren't licensed fair game in general? I feel like for some stuff, the risk is so low, it's basically zero. Yeah, I've never actually heard anyone try this. So the short answer is it's all copyright. Whether you think it is or not, it's all been registered with the companies, and it will get you problems. So,
Eventually,
what's that?
I said eventually, yeah.
Yeah. So even if you think it's not licensed, odds are it's licensed.
Yeah.
And
just because you see somebody else do it, I wouldn't try it because you don't want to get in trouble. I mean, there was that Morbius channel that like revamped, no pun intended, revamped itself like 2 or 3 times. Twitch still got rid of it. There's people doing like old TV shows. Like today, I seen like 5 minutes of Boy Meets World, and I was like, whatever. You know.
Yeah.
So eventually, those people are going to get caught. You know, it's not that Twitch don't care. Well, I don't know. I haven't been on Twitch long enough to say they don't care.
No,
but it's
they just don't want to get sued, so they'll.
Yeah.
You know, it's basically based on reports. All you need is one report from your chat, and someone can, Twitch may ban or suspend you. So keep that.
Now he can always go and do reactions.
So there are things that fall under fair use and reactions, yes, but even then, how do I explain this? Even with reaction videos, you run the risk of copyright claims or copyright strikes. Most common are copyright claims, in which any monetization is given to the IP holder.
Right.
And I'm talking YouTube here, not Twitch.
Yeah.
Copyright strikes are when they actually give you a copyright strike. And with YouTube, if you get 3 of them, you're done. Your channel is deleted. It's up to the individual IP holder. There is a fair use case to be said that you are enhancing or changing the content with the reaction. However, generally those need to be edited down quite heavily to have that argument made. Because if you're just putting up the entire episode, then people can watch the entire episode on your reaction, and not. So it's a fine line. But I would just say steer clear, personally.
Yeah.
Casper for Ghost. Or Casper Day Ghost, maybe. Asks, what got you into streaming? So this is a really simple one. I started the company in 1997 because I bought a ton of games that were a bunch of crap, and I spent money on systems to do it. And I said, you know what? There needs to be a way for people to have advice from someone who is a gamer as to what games to play, what games they enjoy, what's the story behind the game you got, why did you get it, what was the reaction to it. And so in 1997, we started the website to do exactly that. And Ken, are you familiar with Wayback Machine?
Is that TTV or whatever?
No, Wayback Machine actually archives the internet. So if you go to gamersledge.com in the Wayback Machine, the first one they have from us is 2001, but we started it in 97. But I can actually pull up what the website looked like in 2000.
Ooh.
Thank you, Alex, for the ooh-woo. Ada. So March 2nd, 2001, at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, this is what our website looked like. So there's Gamer's Ledge from basically 20 years ago. A lot of the images don't work because the server that I used is no longer up and running.
I'll be back.
Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate that. But yeah, this is what our site looked like 20 years ago. We were talking about Final Fantasy X because it was just coming out at that point. IGN at this point, if I go to the Wayback Machine, was just a Nintendo site. So we were talking PlayStation 2 at this point, the GameCube, PlayStation 1 because it was still in circulation at that point, PC games and Mac games. It's crazy. And we had a completely different staff back then than we do now, which is funny too. But yes, you can do this with any website, by the way. You can see how long it's out there, etc. So that's the Wayback Machine. So yeah, we basically wanted to create a place where people could figure out what it is that they liked, or what it is they should like about games and whether they should buy them. Because there was more and more stuff coming out, and there wasn't enough out that covered everything that was coming up to tell whether or not you should spend your money on it. And so that's basically why we started the company, because we wanted to help people with that. Thank you for the question. And I would pose it right back to you, Casper or Ghost. Why did you get into streaming? We've got about 12 minutes left. Let's talk about stuff coming up this week. I think Saints Row comes out this week. Saints Row release date. August 23rd, so 2 days, yes. Let's look at, let's see if anybody's got, Gotham Knights comes out this week too?
I'm not picking it up until they...
Oh, no, that's October 25th. My bad. So August 23rd, Let's see what IGN and others have for, unless they're embargoed.
RR24756 said, "Do you like Dino Nuggies?"
I love Dino Nuggies. Mike Luciano, welcome to the channel. Hello there, friend. Thank you for the lurk.
Hello there.
Can I get a shout out for Mike, pretty please? I do like Dino Nuggies.
For who?
Mike Luciano.
Okay.
Holy fucking god!
Wow. That's a lot of swearing in one clip. So no review yet, which means it must have a release date embargo, which is always concerning to me.
Gamersledge
said, "Dukish Dark is a
Dark,
rock star,
what's up, man?
has
Welcome to
checked
the
in
stream.
for the
Hello
day
there, friend.
and has 14 boss points."
Hello there.
Alex S. said, "Wait, do you have a helper?"
Yeah, Ken is one of the folks that helps me. Ken, can you give a shout out to Dark? pretty
Focus
please?
Dark?
Yes, please. Dark, how are you, my man?
Fatality.
Why did I die?
Dukish
Why was there a
Dark
fatality?
said, "How's it going? Just hopped off Tiny Tina's Wonderland and I love the game."
I'm glad. I thought you would, Dark. I thought you would enjoy it. What are you up to here? Is that 286 or 296? 286? You're getting close to the 300 mark, my man. That's awesome. That is awesome. And again, big thanks to everybody that's lurking, hanging out, redeeming stuff. Appreciate all of you. You guys are awesome. Let's look at Saints Row review. Oh, let's find out what the embargo is. August
Dukish Dark
22nd
said, "Just played all the DLC missions and got a ton of good loot."
7 a.m. Wow, you did all the DLC? Man, I haven't even started the DLC missions yet. I need to go back and do that. Maybe next time we do Fun with Friends Friday, we'll go and do some Tiny Tinas. The review embargo for Saints Row is set at August 22nd, 7 a.m. So 7 a.m. tomorrow. We'll find out how it will be tomorrow.
Oh, Saints Row?
Yeah. Tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. our time is when the review embargo lifts. So expect to see everybody and their brother doing reviews for it.
There. That's something another thing we could do, because especially for role play games. How or what? Yeah, let me think about this real quick. We'll see how to word it.
Oh, do you want to know how to get advanced copies so that you can play it and do reviews?
And do a review?
Yeah.
Like what you do with the werewolf game.
Yeah. So it's super easy. Everybody thinks it's very difficult. All you need to do is sign up most places, like for example, Volition as an example. Now, I will tell you that I have a leg up in that I actually own a business. We have media credentials, so that generally helps. But things like Media Kit also help with that, because you'll be able to take that and say, here's our website's digital reach. Here's where we have folks that buy things from, et cetera, et cetera. So if I go to Volition video games, Deep Silver Volition, this is them. A lot of times what they will have is they will have career, studio, and then they have publications or press. This is just a list of them in press. Let's try and find contact. No, well, if that's what we have to, we'll do it that way. But hold on. So let's go to saintsrow.com. I accept cookies, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Whatever. Submit. Okay. So normally when you go all the way back down to the bottom, there's a media button. And a lot of times it's just this. But sometimes there's a press option. Or you can search. What is the press or media contact for Deep Silver Volition? Oh, look at this right here. Deep Silver PR contacts. So it shows all their different stuff. Here's media assets that you can use. Usually it will have a thing here that gives you the contact. So it's just digging to find it. Usually I'd go on the websites, and then a lot of times what I will do is if I can't find it,
I was asking because have you heard of Keymailer?
Well, hold on. So if I can't find it, if I can't find the direct PR contact or media contact, then what I will do is I will go to the generic page for the company. So in this case, it was the original one we were on, which was Deep Silver Volition, this one. And I will just go to the contact. And I will say, I put my information, gamersledge@gmail.com. Looking for PR reviews contact. And say, hello, my name is Mark Bodanic, and I own a gaming media company called Gamersledge. My media kit profile is this, and I'm looking to do a review on Saints Row. Can you please forward me to the correct person to get on their mailing list? Thank you. And then I'm going to turn this off so that I can put my phone number on here, because I always put my phone number on here. We'll just do it this way. Bam. And that's it. I get put onto mailing lists for this stuff all the time. And then I pick and choose the ones I want. And that's, I mean, you've done reviews for me, Ken. That's how I got the codes for it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically the idea. And it's just you make these contacts with people and you do the reviews, and over time you develop those relationships.
Dukish Dark.
And I have a bunch of those.
Is there any word on if there is going to be a season pass 2 for Tiny Tina's?
Now, in that same aspect, have you heard it or have you seen Keymailer?
Keymailer.
That's why I was bringing it up. But this one has requirements.
I have not heard if there's going to be a season 2 for Tiny Tina's DLC.
Now, signing up is free, but there's like YouTube and, like you said, influence requirements. But the person that I found this said you could still reach out. It's just that it tells you on here that most people that have higher numbers will get looked at first.
Sure.
Putting your birthday up there, showing how old you are.
Yeah, it's okay. Oh, you're going to be that way, are you? Sure. I'm going to turn this off for a second. Wi-Fi this in.
Mm-hmm. Now, I've been holding on to this for a while since I came back to streaming.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to do it, but it kind of, I want to say it prevented me from not doing it, but I was like, well, I don't even have my YouTube started up yet. Because one of the requirements is you have to have, I think, 500 subs on YouTube, or you have to have over 100, and I only have like 11. So I was like,
I've got 3,000, so I'm all right with that.
Big bala.
Well, we are a partner, so it's
yeah,
that should be helpful. And I've tried a couple services like this before with mixed results. Sometimes it just gets you on more mailing lists. Sometimes it actually gets you stuff. So
yeah.
Okay, I am done with all of this, so I can turn that off. Let's see what it says next.
Pizza time. Welcome in.
What's up, Game Trickster? How the heck are you? Hello there.
Hello there.
This makes me think they have their stuff together. Internal server error.
After you said they have their stuff together.
No, I said this makes me think they have their stuff together. I was being sarcastic. Cars. In cars. Wow, that's a really old song. Oops, I missed one. Oh well, it's still sign up. Hey, there we went. Link Steam account. Okay, I should probably turn this off again. Okay. Link your YouTube.
Game Trickster Pizza Time said, hi. Game Trickster Pizza Time said, how are you doing?
Doing good. We're just about ready
said,
to...
Game Trickster Pizza Time is a rock star, has checked in for the day, and has 7 boss points.
We're just finishing checking out keymailer.co. Connect now. I'm just connecting all my stuff to this. Connect now.
Oh, sorry. It wasn't YouTube. I'm ineligible because I'm under my Twitch is too low. I have the green check mark for, even though I only have 11 subscribers. I got my accreditation, I guess, in July from them. but I passed it for YouTube with 11 subscribers. I'm eligible on Twitter, but I'm not eligible because my views are too low. So I think it said you need 500 followers on Twitch is
Okay,
why
so
I don't have it.
I think I'm good here for all this stuff. So let's look at this again here. Not eligible, waiting for content on. Oh, new streams required to confirm eligibility. Okay, whatever. So that's fine. It's getting data from YouTube. So browse. So
one of the
basically,
games out is that Roller Dome.
Yeah, basically this is a group of all the different things that you can get.
But with this one, I think this is PC side.
It is. This is purely PC side, but I mean, if you got a PC, then why wouldn't you? Let's see what Koei Tecmo has on here.
Yeah, see, because there's a lot of role play
Yep.
games.
Yep, there's your Atelier, all the Ateliers, Atelier. Yeah, everything you can want. Oh, they do have PS5s also. So let's go PS5.
I would have to do digital.
Hold on. PS5 and then where did I? And then uncheck Koei Tecmo. Let's see what they got on this. Here we go. Jugger's Tale. So these are smaller games for the most part, but it's stuff you could theoretically get free keys for and do reviews on. Or play, let's plays together. These guys, especially as smaller groups, they're going to want all the help they can get with PR. So it's a win-win for them, most likely. And, if you find games that you like that are in this thing, Frogun. There you go. So this is a way that you can get free content to stream on your channel. It helps them. It helps you. And it's free content. So yeah, I see nothing wrong with this website. In fact, I'm going to add them to my apps.io. There we go.
Yeah, I've had this one for a while. Like I said, when I came back to streaming and I was looking up like how to get like review copies, this popped up. But like I said, I have to have 500 followers on Twitch.
Yeah. So it may be a case where, you want to do some research before you definitely jump into something. Because, you don't, I'd want to check out like at least what these games look like a little bit before I signed up to do a review of it. But, Planet Coaster console edition, I already own it, but that's not the point.
Just so with this, like, since I have the digital edition, I don't know, like, unless there's some way to like actually talk to them. Like when you reach out, be like, oh, I have the PS5 digital edition. Could I get a digital code? It's probably as easy as that.
No, when you signed up, it gave you a checkbox for whether or not you wanted to receive a disc or not. And unless you specifically checked it, then you're fine. You're only going to get digital. Do you understand?
Yeah, I just don't remember if I did that.
Yeah, probably not. I think it's set in your settings. Let's see. Profile. Real stuff right here. Share your postal details to be eligible for real stuff like merchandise and accessories. You probably turned that off. It's in your settings. Under my profile. So the other nice thing about this, they do have Roller Drone. Hey, Saints Row request. There we go. I'm not eligible. Why? Oh, check that at least one of your things is by going to my profile page. Oh, it's still getting data from YouTube. So as soon as it gets the data from YouTube, I should be good to go.
Yeah.
I don't know why Twitch isn't eligible, but again, sure.
Because I think you have to do one live stream after you signed up.
That's fine. Hopefully this one will count. If not, I'll check tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
And then there's
unaccredited. What does that mean?
And then there's one more.
Not for today. There's not.
Okay.
Is it 7:08? We are done with our 5-hour stream. Plus, I got to call my mom. It's Sunday.
Oh, any Dragon Ball later on tonight?
For Fork Knife? Yeah, I should probably jump on and do that. I'll need to check with the missus, so I'll let you know by text.
Okay.
But let's,
because I know all the Dragon Balls are out by now.
Are they? I didn't think all of them would be. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So let's see who's on here. Oh boy. What's Jag playing? Is Jag playing
Apex?
He's playing Apex with his sister. We're going to raid his sister. Let me make sure she's actually streaming.
Let me bring her up. Because I have her too.
Yep.
Make sure
she's up. She's on. So we're going to do that. First, we do need to do our credits. So let's hit that button right now. Dark, thank you for the hydrate. I got you. I'm going to do it off stream because I ran out of stuff. Ran out of root beer. So thank you to our top chatters. Mafia6869. Jimmy. Oh, I guess because I ran it earlier, it restarted.
Said, already done with the stream.
Yeah, it's 7 p.m. We've been going for 5 hours. I got to call my mom. Thank you, No Novocaine, for the sub. Thank you, Meep to Bunny, for the bits. You all continue to rock.
Mafia6869.
Which one was this from?
What
again?
did I do?
This is actually from Pixel Chat.
Okay, I have to set that up.
Yep, it's very, very useful. Don't run it in the middle of the stream, otherwise it resets it. I found that out today.
Okay.
So you run it at the end of the stream, and you're good to go. So we're going to raid out to ePebble.
Game Tricks of Pizza Time.
A friend of the
Said,
stream.
Have a good day.
Please do hang out for the raid if you can. Send some emote spam her way. Throw those emotes in chat. We're going to raid out to her. We'll be back tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, 1:30 a.m. GMT. And as always, thank you to everybody that came through, lurked, chatted, redeemed,
Dukish
cheered, subbed.
Said, have a good day, dude. Hit me up if you want to play some Tiny Tinas or
Will do,
GW2. Mafia6869. Said, did I do something?
Oh, you talked a lot today. You talked a lot in chat. Since I reset the thing for the stream, it showed you as the highest chatter. We also have to thank our premier bosses, Neosapien, Mr. J
Mafia6869. Said,
as well as all the folks you see scrolling across your screen here. Our mechanics, Twitch, and Patreon producers, without whom we couldn't do what we do, as well as you guys too. We're going to raid out to ePebble, as I mentioned. If you've not seen her, she's Jag Leisure's sister and is also an awesome person. She's a great Apex player. She did a lot of fun in her chat, so we're going to check out her as well. And again, we'll be back tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Pacific for Emancipation of Dragons.
TR4SHH Pan.
Welcome in, Trash Panda.
Said,
Ken, thanks for hanging out with me today.
TR4SHH love. TR4SHH
we will,
love.
As always, be excellent to each other until next time. Game on.
Game on.
Game Tricks of Pizza Time. Said, Raiders. Game Tricks of Pizza Time. Said, let's go.
Gamersledge.
Said, Gamers 105 let's go Gamers 105 let's go Gamers 105 let's go Gamers 105 let's go Gamers 105 let's